So we are on our next step. We're on stage 4, step 3 on our insulation paper clay. Can you guys believe that? Look how it took that texture. It kept it all the way through. It has been Mod Podged and sealed. We also added on the excess. It just looks awesome. It dried very evenly. You can tell we're a little bit discolored from the first layer to the second, but I mean, honestly, that was just probably like how long I kept it out. I mean, I don't know, but it kept it really nice. Oh, that actually hurt my finger. It didn't come off or chip, nothing. I mean, we have little grazes right here, but that could have been easily fixed out or sanded. I just left it as it is, being my first ones. So for this stage, we are going to be painting. And do remember the dice rolls picked the colors, and that's how I kind of went along and chose what I painted on this guy. We're going to be calling this one Gone Fishing. And what I'm going to try to do is some rocks and sand and beach in here. The same thing, you know, kind of rock beds going along. Maybe a submarine or something. I don't know, maybe a big fish or lily pad. I'm not sure, but we're also going to have some fish going along here. So for the green, our water, we're going to do the Caribbean. For the sand, we have a latte mocha. Do you remember the dice rolls? Not me. But I would have picked a different color if I was going for a sand. Maybe. We'll see. And this one here is ripe tomato. That one's going to be our fish. I'm hoping I'm not going to have to use this one too much on this. It's a gorgeous color though, guys. I can't wait to use it. So, yeah, I cannot wait to see how this dries. I want to see how the paint takes the texture. That is going to be really nice. I think it's going to be a lot of pop. So I'm not sure if I'm going to fill in a lot of it or keep the natural of the brown and the I don't know, what color would you say this is? Because it's not really brown, it's not really tan, but I'm going to try to see if I can keep some of the texture of the naturalness of this to kind of give it a rocky feel, like that's where the sand's coming up. But who knows? I mean, especially with me. We do have many different brushes going on, so I can just go ahead and pick these up. I got them out of the pack at Walmart, most of my stuff. Boiled water, I know you can just use plain water, but I'm boiling water anyway for other stuff, so why not? Okay, and for this step, I am going to have it on fast forward for you guys because I'm going to try to take my time and get something good coming out of it. But, yeah, so it's going to be about ×2 to ×4, so if you do want to have it slow down for certain spots, you can do it that way. But yeah, we're going to do a gone fishing and just going to try a little beach area and see how that works. So I'll see you guys in the next clip where it is dry and show it off. Also, if you know I decide to talk in the middle, I'll unpause it. So here we go, another adventure, woohoo! Guys, you don't understand how happy I am with this. I did give a different, by the way, when using the Mod Podge on this for this healer, it did change the way it feels. Now it feels more soft, where the other one was like if you were touching just a piece of paper. So that will, keep that in mind when you use the Mod Podge for that. Or any type of sealer. I will also try to remember that the camera is upside down for you guys, and the painting will look kind of funny. I'm just using these little lids right here. You probably can't see them too much. I recycle mine. They're really easy. I let the paint dry and then I just paint just like what I do with the trash bags. I'm most likely going to start, I don't know, let's start with the sand because that's going to be a lot. the fun part. I really did have to pay attention to the detailing in the grooves because the paint was filling in all of that texture that's in there, because it's not really deep. I didn't go very deep. So do remember that the extra layers that you put onto the item, you're going to be covering up any very fine details. So that is definitely something to learn with this. This all comes to practice. I wanted to show you guys this. I was just going to go ahead and just keep painting, but this is like super soupy. I mean, like so soupy that it's just water. And I just now opened this, and this is the Caribbean. So I'm not sure how this is going to turn out on this. It's most likely going to be like a wash, just something that you just go over like afterwards. But I'm going to give it a try, give it a light coat on here, since it's going to be, yeah. And do remember that any liquid you put onto the item, even though it has been sealed, it is still going to absorb more than it would of any other item. Okay, so just our update. Yeah, so disappointed. So disappointed. Okay, so I will see you guys in the next clip. And we are done with our beach gone fishing. Yeah, they're a little cute, kind of a turtle going on. I was thinking about just going straight forward and going all cutesy wootsy and get some shells going, but I just have to keep reminding myself this is just a tester. But I did want to have fun. I wanted to get a turtle in there. I hope you guys can catch that. I'll try to get some pictures. And my little fish, don't ask, they're gorgeous. I love how that, I mean, just look how it took the texture from just rolling it like that. So that did, that did turn out really cute. So yeah, I mean, you could do so much with this. But I do love this. I am going to wait at least, this is, you know, pretty dry. It really did dry fast. That's why when I was doing this section here, I was just going ahead and just using my hands, where if it was any other one, I would not even attempt that. But I will let this dry for at least a week to 2 weeks before I decide if I'm going to seal it or not. Also look to see if I decide if we're going to make tops or if we're just going to call it this and go on to a new project. So this was stage 4, step 3 on the insulated paper clay. And I really like how this turned out. We got some little fishies going on. We got a little sea turtle. It turned out really nice. I just went ahead and used the texture that was already with the bottle. So that I'm going to clean this up. So that's pretty easy. We had the blue. This actually was pretty watery, so I'm really disappointed with that. I'll have to use it in some other way. But I did like how the color turned out. The color turned out really nice. Now later on, if I wanted to go into more detail, I would kind of do maybe a little darker wash to kind of get these going, like how I did with these here. And the same thing with the fish. The fish turned out so cute. I mean, come on, that turned out so nice. And all I did was use the pattern that was already there. I was going to go and put seashells in here, but I was like, you know, this is just a tester. So we'll go ahead and, you know, do all that later. So yeah, I think this turned out really nice. So I hope you guys enjoyed this stage. I hope you look forward to my other ones. I have the crazy one next. And yeah, I'll try to have some pictures for you guys and updates. But I think this one turned out pretty well. Just a fun one. Alright, see you guys in the next clip.